greetings. I am named Aitra of Bak-Sanar. I found you here, washed ashore, cold and alone on the sand. You're lucky I found you first. You are shivering. Here, don this robe. You fumble at your side as for a lost weapon. Do you fear me? Your fear is best directed elsewhere, least of all at me. And you can bring nothing with you to this place. Whatever you once possessed has been claimed by the fog. For you have crossed the fog between worlds, and yet kept your memories. I can see it. You radiate it. Your eyes are wellsprings, and your form is unchanged. That is a rare thing for those who cross. There is no mistaking what you are. It is a glum world you have awoken to, but perhaps my guidance can make it a little better. I will guide you if you will have me by your side. I am here to serve and to show you the way. I have long searched for one such as you. You ask why you should trust me. An apt question, and one I cannot answer. You must choose for yourself, but you have no one else. If you send me away, you will have to traverse these lands alone, and you can expect little in the way of hospitality here. Would you rather trust a stranger, a chance encounter on the road, than someone who has sought you out? A stranger will not recognize what you are. For me, it is obvious, but they will not understand your place in this world, what you can do, what hunts you, and what haunts you. The spitlings are gathering, and as their numbers swell, so does their courage, and the brine cats will claw themselves out of the tide pools soon enough. Can you feel them? Little tremors here and there under the sand. They can smell you. They are coming. We have to run and hide, you and I, or your second life will not be a long one. Will you accept my guidance or strike out on your own? Make up your mind, Unavenged. The Spitelings are coming. You accept, then I will be your Spindlemaid, your sister of the loom. Come, quickly, I will show you where to go. We are safe here for now, but do not leave the ruins. See how the stone glimmers faintly with a white glow. Do not stray from it. Stay close. Here. Eat this. Take it. No need to wrinkle your nose. It is merely ash wheat cakes. Rations. Plain but nourishing. Can you hear them now? They can still smell you. So, eat quickly. Nourish yourself on the dust-grown food of grey curs. Dust-grown and dusk-grown. As you take this world into yourself, you will be of it, and you will smell less like an outworld delicacy. Oh, they will smell you and hunt you if they hunger. But you will smell like any other prey, nothing special. Mist crawlers, I think, and a dire wolf, could be wild, or the mount of a dark knight. One who might have started out much like yourself. Do not worry. There are no walls to shield us, that is true. No gate, no barricade. But the creatures of the night will not enter this place of light. They cannot. It will burn them, and they know that well. We are safe here. We can rest. This was a temple long ago, belonging to what deity, I cannot tell you. That knowledge has been lost. A deity of light, most likely. Light and warmth and happy things. They must have been very strong, for their power still lingers here. But it is waning, like all light. Like the sun, it dims. You must wonder where you are, how you came to be here. You do not know yourself anymore. So it falls upon me to tell you where and what you are. You are unavenged, a rare creature, a treasure and a hope. The unavenged, the resolute, are the only ones who can travel here when they die and not be transformed. You pass through the fog between worlds unchanged and arrived on the shores of the Veil Sea with your form and your memory intact. Others arrive as monsters or madmen. The Spitelings, yes, and the brine cats, mist crawlers, dire wolves, and all the rest. Too many to name. They were men once, like you. But the passing changed them, and their numbers grow and grow. Me? No, not me. I am not like you. For me, this is no afterlife. I was born into this world. I did not die into it, like you did. The Spindlemaids were created to guide the unavenged. We have many stories of your kind. They tell how you always long to return from whence you came. I can see it in your eyes. They are sun-strewn still, with the light of the world you left. It is because you are unavenged that you can remember your past life and hold on to your form. The misdeed that ended your life was an atrocity too terrible to be forgotten. That is why you did not lose yourself when crossing the fog. The manner of your death saved you, but it also ensures that you will find no peace in this realm. It was not always like this. Before the Grey Curse became an afterlife for other worlds, it was known as Greenhold, a sunlit garden Its people were my ancestors, basking in the light of sun and moon. Ruins from that time are still scattered all across the land, and in some places old powers linger. Like here, the rest of the land is covered in eternal gloom. Night is but a darker gloom than day. Sometimes the sun pierces through the scarlet clouds, but not often. His power is much diminished these days. The moon is still there, though, most of the time anyways. We have a long walk before us, and I can see that you are weary and much in need of rest. But before we sleep, there is one thing that must be done. I have use for my tools now. A Spindlemaid must always carry these. This is my bone spindle, made from finger bone and neck vertebrae. This is a soul knife. With it, I will pull a thread from you. From your soul, yes, and spin it to bind us, to seal the contract between an Unavenged and their Spindlemaid. It is too late to object now. You have already agreed to this. You accepted my offer. It cannot be revoked. It is too late to change your mind. My help is not free. Look, a piece of your soul, milky white and cloudy, yours is. Not the best quality soul I've seen, but it will have to do. The bone spindle will spin it to a thread and tether us together. I will speak the binding phrase. Spinner of tales, spinner of fates, listen, spinner, to this thread. And all its promises. Something ghastly, something plain, something to maintain the pain, a thread for the path, a thread for the pain, a thread for the end we must meet again. The thread remembers every cut, every slight, every hurtful word. Keep it, nurture it, coil the names, the cuts, the blame, spin them tight in grief and shame. Feed the grudging flames, feed them, for they will see us through. Spinner of tales, spinner of fates, spinner of tales, spinner of fates. Spin, 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 the soul thread. This is the road to Bak-Sanar, seat of the Spindlemaids. 'Tis where our Matron resides. I must claim you in her presence. We are bonded now, you and I, so she cannot deny me. But it needs to be done, all official-like. You could still fail, of course. You have yet to prove yourself, unavenged of no renown. Don't mind the trees, they're always complaining. Yes, I know they have faces, but unless you stray from the road, they cannot hurt you. They merged with the trees, the people of Moontide. This is all that is left of them. Don't listen to them. They have very little of interest to say. Bak-Sanar is a city of ruins, like everything else in the grey curse. Only the Spindlemaids live there now. We are descendants of the former residents. Bak-Sanar withers away slowly, like the rest of the world. But it was a mighty city once, as witnessed by the pillars and domes that still stand. And the greatest dome of all is the temple on the hill. You can still see pieces of the colored glass that the sun used to shine through, and the ancient murals are still there, some of them We do not know anymore what deities they depict. The lore is lost, but we survived and became the Spindlemaids. Matron saved us. Soon we will stand before her, and she will decide your fate, your weapon, and your challenge. If you wish to return to the land of the living, you must perform a great deed. We will help you, Matron and I. There are powerful, dark beings in the grey curse. Some believe them to be gods and worship them. We have quite a few of them lurking about. They came here to grab power and land after the fall of Greenhold. They often fight each other. One takes the moon out of the sky and hides it. Another puts it back, but in a different place. One raises the sea. Another stomps the ground and erupts volcanoes. No wonder this place is such a mess. They do not care about us. They often do not notice us. We call such a creature a boss. If you want to go home, you have to kill a boss. You cannot return the way you came. The only way out is through. Only an Unavenged can kill a boss. I cannot do it. Matron could not do it. We belong in the grey curse, and we do not have the power to perform such a deed. But the Unavenged carries within them a spark of light from another world. This spark is your anger, your grudge, your unfulfilled revenge. There is no stronger bond than a grudge. Because of this, the Unavenged are capable of great deeds. Their unavenged deaths drives them. They cannot rest. They cannot let it go. And so the beauty of this realm is lost to them, as thoroughly as if they had been ghouls. Here you could have immortality, if you could only choose to stay. but none have managed that. The Unavenged will either succeed in their quest to kill a boss and return to their home, or they will go mad and monstrous like the rest. Oh, you will if you fail. It just takes a while. But I will help and guide you on this quest. That is the role of a Spindlemaid. The death of a boss shakes the grey curse. If the boss is powerful enough, his death will create a crack in the world, and you can pass through before it closes up again. Your light might be lost in the fog, but through such a crack your grudge will lead you home to the crux of all your unreleased anger. There is such a boss close to Bak-Sanar. He has not been here for very long, a few decades, I believe. He occupies the Dustfort and sends his dark knights out from it every night to guard his lands and capture any trespassers, and his name is Yasavi Estnon, the Smouldering One. He is part tree. He has transformed since he arrived here, but unlike the people of Moontide, he is not immobile. We do believe he is no longer able to leave his throne room. He is rooted to the ground, but he can move some roots and some branches. You might think this an advantage in a fight, but underestimating him will bring you nothing but a quick death. His roots moves like whips, and he can spew out gloom flies, biting and burning and blistering your skin. Oh, the Dustfort is but a few days' walk from here, just past the sundering city, and across the burning hills, or through them, would be a faster path, a shortcut, if we can survive the Catacombs. But you are not ready, unavenged of no renown. Not yet. Be quiet. Stand still for a moment, unavenged, and listen. Can you hear that rumbling? We need to hide. is a giant. We need to pick up speed, or we will have to spend another night outside. In Bak-Sanar, you will have your own room, a proper bed, and food and drink, all fresh, dust-grown or hunted. And my sisters will leave you alone. They will sense that you are already claimed, and you should be grateful that I did claim you unavenged. Otherwise, they would have torn you apart while fighting over you. The unavenged are rare these days. Come along now, lengthen your strides, and we should be there before the worst of the monsters go a-hunting. I found one matron, alone on the beach, completely helpless. It knows nothing but what I told it. Young and strong, but untrained and untested. Yes, I have tethered it to me. I claimed it soon after I found it. No, I did not leave my sisters a chance. But the last time one of us brought an unavenged home unclaimed, it was torn to pieces. Wasted, wasted, wasted. So I claimed it while still alone. No one else shall have this one. I found it. It is mine. And yours, of course. We are all yours. The equinox draws near. Shall we do it now, or wait a year and train it? Perhaps it would be wiser to, Of course, matron, as you wish. Burning pustules it is then, for strength. and we will leave for the Dustfort straight away. Then we only need to know what weapon Matron wishes the Unavenged to wield: the axe, the sword, or the spear. According to my sister Aurania, the sword is better guarded than before. Rustar Arda of Silktown has amassed the tainted crows. They flood his lands now, and his citadel. And the axe, according to my sister Felice, it has been cursed to bloody the holder with every swing. We could cleanse it, perhaps. Not the axe, then. The spear. I have no news of it. I assume it is the same as before. No one ventures into the ruins of the sundered city anymore. I believe it can be done. My sisters will not do it, but I would. I know a hidden passage in the Catacombs. There is a way, but we must protect our minds from the red mist. It is settled, then. The veil, the spear, the pustules, and then to the Dustfort. Rest your head, Unavenged. We have walked far today, and you had little sleep last night, by the looks of it. Are you relieved we left Bak-Sanar? You did not seem to like it much. I understand. My sisters can be a bit clingy. They all wanted a piece of you and could barely keep their hands to themselves. But you're all mine. We are not supposed to do it, you know. If a Spindlemaid finds an Unavenged, she is to bring them home to Bak-Sanar unbound, and Matron is to decide which Spindlemaid gets the honor of binding their soul thread. But that system has not worked very well in the past. Too many Spindlemaids, too few Unavenged. Matron has many children after all. In her benevolence, she wanted to save all of us. My sisters were very disappointed in me. So one single night in Bak-Sanar was plenty for the both of us this time. At least you got new clothes, freshly spun and dyed, soft and strong, and black with silver linings. You look like a fresh new knight. Now all you lack is a weapon. Well, experience would also be helpful. I doubt you're a good fighter, but there are ways around that as well. And you got to meet Matron, the highest honor in Bak-Sanar. She is magnificent, don't you think? That abdomen and those long, shapely legs. Somewhat of a boss herself, Matron took pity on us. When she arrived in the grey curve, she molded us, shaped us partly in her image. That is why I have webs between my fingers, and why my eyes look the way they do. At least we reached the Catacombs before nightfall, so tonight you can rest in peace. The monsters of the night all fear the Catacombs. They keep their distance, but the thing they fear dwells further in. And so we have this little safe area on the threshold, so to speak, and the lesser beasties of the day kept their distance as we journeyed here, except for that one spitling. It must have been very hungry, but now its meat will nourish us instead. Most are a little hesitant to attack a Spindlemaid. Did I not mention it? We are venomous, you see. All I have to do is spit in their face. It is somewhat acidic as well. It dissolves flesh, helps with the digestion, and it doesn't spoil the meat. So they fear us, you see, at least the little ones. The bigger ones might have a go at me, but the smaller ones only attack in force. If we hide away at night or find a sanctuary like we did that first night, then we are safe enough. "3 days you have survived the grey curse. 3 days of eating ash-grown food. You smell like a local now. That helps as well. How do you feel, Unavenged? Do you still have your wits about you or are things starting to slip? Good, good. Tomorrow we delve into the catacombs. They are labyrinthian, but not too large. Ancient burial grounds of the people that once lived in the sundered city. The city is empty now, but the Mournful Lady lingers still in the catacombs. She was a custodian of sorts. Her body has withered away, but her spirit has merged with the red soil of the sundering city. She forms a red mist now, haunting the catacombs like a howling wind, and she warps the mind of anyone that dares enter. The mist clouds the eyes, the ears, the mind, so we must wear these. Silk-spun veils of Matron's own making, and imbued with her magics. They will protect us, but you will still hear her voice. You must hold my hand as we pass through the catacombs, and pay no heed to the mournful voice. Her mind was lost long ago, when her spirit merged with the tainted soil. Yes, this is how we survive. The people of Greenhold had to change or die when the grey curse took hold. You have to merge to some part of the grey curse in order to live here. Take it into you, but not completely. It is a precarious balance, changing enough to survive, but not so much that you lose yourself completely. The people of Moontide merged with the demon trees that grew in the dust soil. The people of Bak-Sanar merged with the spiderlings and their matron, and we became the Spindlemaids, and many other mergings took place before the monstrous dead arrived. But the people of Sundering City wanted to keep their blood clean, and they did not merge with anything. They tried to hold on to the old ways and hoped, against all hope, for the reinstatement of Greenhold. The Mournful Lady is all that are left of them now, the last of her people, haunting their catacombs for eternity. She is a voice and a mist and a madness, but she has no power anymore. Remember what I told you, Unavenged. wear the veil and hold my hand, and I will lead you through. Rest your head and go to sleep. Tomorrow we delve. Can you hear her? A voice on the wind. The Mournful Lady has taken notice of us. Quickly now, put your veil on, cover your face. Oh, you will still hear her. She whispers different lies to each and every one she meets, but the veil will protect you from her madness. There, you will remain safe as long as you are veiled. Soon, the red mist will envelop us. Take my hand and do not let go. She is deceiving you. You are not a hero. You are a pawn. You march towards your own doom. The Spindlemaids cares only for their own power. I recognize this one. She is no protector. She only helps herself. She has brought others here before. The one she wants you to kill. He was one of hers. Unavenged. Just like you. But in the end, he did not bend to her will. So he was rooted to the ground. But he was stronger than she realized. And through his own power, he bound followers to him. They fight for him, protect him. He does not want to die, and every unavenged he kills adds their power to his with their last breath. Have you drunk the past juice? If you do, you might defeat him, but not her. Oh no. Oh no. That vicious drink has more than one effect. promise you, the deceiver? Did she say you could go home if you did her bidding? Home to the lands of light and sun. I remember the sun. I have been here since before the sun was dimmed. All my people are gone, for they did not want to change. They did not want to give in to the grey curse. They wanted to keep their humanity, but the grey curse reshapes you. Resisting it doomed us. All my people are gone now. Only I remain. Only I remember the sun, the green fields, the forests. All gone. This land is cursed, and it clings to all that enters it. You cannot go home. You can never leave. There are no cracks in this world. The grey curse does not split. It only grows and festers. And the fog only parts for the dead and the dead. And you are neither at the moment. The fog only parts for the dead and the dead. The fog only parts for the dead and the dead. The fog only parts for the dead and the dead. Dead and the dead. The dead and the dead. That wasn't too bad, was it? And not too far to walk. Look, those are the gates of the Sundering City. She cannot enter any longer. She has to stay behind by the graves of her people. Her spirit is bound to their bones. Let us enter the city. It is empty and safe enough, and the spear is in the throne room, mounted on the wall. It has been used before, from time to time, by one hero or another, but it always returns here, sooner or later. All you have to do is pick it up. We will rest in the palace tonight and sleep like royalty beneath faded tapestries, and tomorrow you will fight a boss. Can you swing the spear? Only with great difficulty, it seems. That is what I thought. You could not get it off the wall without my help. No matter. Soon you will be strong enough. I will make sure of it. 'Tis a marvelous weapon. The weaponsmiths of Sundering City must have been master craftsmen. Here, take a closer look by the light of the moon. It was a weapon of light once, made to fight the first creatures of the Grey Curse, no doubt. But the Grey Curse changed it, like it changes everything. Golden, crystallized sunlight forged it once. Now it is midnight black and flecked with gold, like the merging of two worlds. It also emits a faint glow. Can you see? Like streams of light beneath dark waves, struggling to reach the surface like a dying star. Perhaps that is what it is. This weapon has a hidden feature. It is hardened and strengthened with every drop of blood it tastes. As you wield it, each successful strike will increase the damage of the next one. As you weaken and spend your strength, the spear itself will compensate. The spear must have been created after the Grey Curse took hold, but before the fall of Sundering City. In the last days of its people, the power of the golden sun and the darkness of Grey Curse were united in this weapon. For as the spearhead is forged in sunlight, the shaft is made from the polished spinal column of a giant beast, one of the leviathans that swims in the fog between worlds. Oh yes, there are monsters in the fog as well. They consume some of the souls that traverse it. Not all will reach the shore like you did. The spearhead and the shaft both take nourishment from the blood of monsters unavenged and bosses alike. That is how it grows stronger with every use. Perhaps this time it will suffice. But the spear is not enough. You must also know how to use it and have the strength. Here, drink this. It is a potion of burning pustules, a gift from Matron. It will grant you a good night's sleep, and when you wake, your strength will be much increased. No, the effect will not be permanent. It lasts for but a day. Best take it all in one gulp. It is not the most flavorful of potions. That's it. Good. You did not spill a drop. Matron's gifts are precious. The fluids of her own glands especially contains the most potent of her magics. I am very glad to see that none of it was wasted. When you wake tomorrow, the potion will have taken full effect, and we will practice with the spear. You will be strong enough when you wake, and then, a few hours' walk away, lies the Dustfort. Let me tell you more of the spear, so we can train first thing tomorrow morning. Yes, we are safe here. The city is empty. There are but 2 roads into the sundering city. One goes through the Catacombs, where the Mournful Lady will infect most with her madness, and those who are driven mad by her do not last long. The other route goes over the lands patrolled by Yasavi. His dark nights kill most who pass. The city itself has the faint echoes of a sanctuary, not as powerful as the one we used on your first night. But nothing ever spawns here. Tomorrow we will have to dodge and hide to avoid the nights. But with a bit of luck, we will arrive at the Dustfort without injury or exhaustion. Bit of a risk, yes, but the pustules will help, and I am not defenseless either. Oh, now you doubt, do you? Do you prefer to stay here then? Unavenged, of no renown, and slowly go mad and monstrous, become just another spitling or brine cat or direwolf. Your great deed awaits, and you have little choice but to face it. Avoid it, and you will lose yourself to the grey curse. You have the spear, you have drunk the pustules, you have me. I will get you there, that you can trust. Close your eyes then and listen to my voice. Your mind will absorb the knowledge, even if you slumber as I speak. Few weapons are as versatile as a spear. It can both thrust, slash, and swing, and block as well. Matron chose the spear for you because it is nimble and fast. It gives unprecedented reach, twice as much as the sword or the axe, but it requires room to wield and strength. You can jab your enemy with a quick thrust, or plant the weapon in their flesh and push them back. For softer enemies, I prefer the thrust and swirl right into their guts. But Yasavi's bark is thick, like armor, so you need to do more than scratch him, or his endurance will outlast yours. Don't just poke him with your arms. Plant your feet on the ground and put your whole body into each attack. You have to be light on your feet and make use of the spear's whole range to avoid Yasavi's counterattacks. Thrust and slash, in that order, then jump away and find a new stand. When he rages, hide, or keep moving and changing directions. After, you'll be tired for a moment, and then you can thrust and slash several times from the same location. Keep your eyes sharp, for the gloom flies that lives in his canopy will attack in waves if they think their home is threatened, but they are also slow to wake and tire easily. Learn his moves and adapt to them, and you should be able to overcome him with a bit of patience and my help, of course. I will be there to guide you all the way. Wake, Unavenged. Someone is approaching. Here. Take the spear and stand behind me. It is one of his, a henchman of your Savi, a dark knight. Step no closer, fiend. We have venom and strength and a magic weapon. We will not easily be beaten. He draws his sword and leaves it on the ground. Why does he approach us unarmed? Let us hear what he has to say, then.
Stay your hand, Spindlemaid. I am not here to fight.
What do you seek here, then, if not a fight?
I am sworn to serve the master of the Dustfort. His will binds my own.
And what is his will?
To fight. It has been a long time since my master had the chance to fight someone not of this world. He wants the Unavenged to reach him unharmed and with full strength, so he can test his own. And for that, he has sent me to be your escort.
Why would we need an escort?
My brethren patrol the road to the Dustfort, and in greater numbers than before. Not all of them have been informed of our master's will. Without my aid, you will not easily reach the Dustfort. But they will trust my word and let us pass.
He has a point. Matron told me patrols have been increasing as of late. What do you think, Unavenged? Should we trust him? Very well, we accept. But keep your distance tonight.
I will remain in the courtyard then, and guard you for the rest of the night, should you need it.
We will leave at noon, no sooner.
As you wish.
Our escort has left us, and the Dustfort stands before us, unguarded, it seems. I sense no presence in the towers. There are no arrows aimed at us. Oh, we would have found another way inside. Eventually, climbing or digging, or perhaps bribing. But tiresome it would have been, and not without risk. But now the gates stand open. He is expecting us, like our escort said. I never thought I would travel with a dark knight. Not a very talkative type, was he? But he did his job and made ours a little easier. Who will profit from this gesture? That remains to be seen. Can you hear him? I was hoping he would be slumbering, but no such luck. He's almost welcoming you. No, Yasavi has no death wish. I believe the Dark Knight told the truth. His master wants to test his mettle against you. It has been a long time since the last Unavenged came here to challenge him. But I also believe that he sees you as no serious threat. More of a nuisance, probably. Another hero here to disturb his rest. Best kill you quickly, so he can go back to his slumber. It is, after all, very unlikely for anyone to slay him on their first try. What he fails to realize, though, is that the Spindlemaids have studied his attacks, his movements, his habits, his strengths and weaknesses for a very long time. Decades. Ever since he arrived, in fact. I have faith in you, unavenged, of no renown. I would not have brought you here if I thought you would fail. You might be inexperienced, but our bond allows you to draw on my experience. The soul thread that connects us will allow me to whisper in your ear from a distance. Oh, I'll be up on the wall, or clinging to the ceiling perhaps, somewhere with a good view of everything. As long as you follow my directions, quickly and without hesitation, you should be able to avoid the worst of his attacks. Perhaps all of them, if you are nimble enough. Those are your advantages, unavenged. A spear that grows stronger when bloodied, a potion of strength, and the soul thread. Now, go, and give me but a moment to find a good vantage point before you attack. Go now. Thrust. Jump to the left. See the crack in the bark? Thrust now. Back quickly. Slash him. Run to the right. Now duck. Stay down. Get up. Approach. There, you found it. Excellent. Now retreat. Just a little. To the left again. Jump. Ignore the gloom flies. You've almost got him. Closer. Closer on the right. Thrust into his heart. Yes. Did you see it all from the tower? Yes, it all went very well. Yes, it still lives, just exhausted as the potion fades, and all wrapped up now. I spun the silk last night, after it fell asleep. The mind will fade, but the soul will remain. I can nourish myself for years on the soul of an Unavenged, like you did for so long. We could have completed this years ago, if not for your Savi's amulet. Protection is hard to come by in the Grey Curse, but somehow he found some. But there will always be more Unavenged, even though they are far between these days. Another change, another meld. When you can try as many times as you like, you will succeed sooner or later. And now I have. Soon my own little spiderlings will secure the Dustfort, call me their matron, and go searching for their own quarry. And with enough time and enough tries, our matron will sit in every tower, town, and fort. You in Bak-Sanar, I in the Dustfort, and more of us will spread. You were right, Matron. If the Unavenged cannot stop us, no one can. And they are so easily convinced that they are the hero. Heroes and bosses both are full of themselves. A thread is all it takes to bind them, to make them stumble and fall. But that is enough chatter, I think. I have work to do.